Welcome to the 6-inch podcast.
Episode 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
what do you want to start off with?
I don't know, we were just talking about USBs.
Yeah, we were talking about how USB is your favourite thing, and you said it was invented by Apple.
I think so.
And I'm trying to look it up, and I can't get to the Wi-Fi.
I said the only good thing ever to come out of Apple. I could be wrong.
I mean, the mouse is probably,
Yeah, I suppose.
probably I'd say the number one.
If they invented that as well.
Yeah, but then
again-
the mouse was Apple.
But then again, who invented this little fucking...
Trackpad.
Yeah.
I think that might have been Apple.
No.
Because when
I'll look it up. Fuck it.
I'm trying to. I'm really trying. It's like it'll just go, yep, no. But I haven't had any issue with my with the Wi-Fi on my laptop for a while. I'll be in my room and I'll be watching a video and it's like, yep, I've just lost connection. I'm like, whoa, what?
I don't know if
I don't know if
that's the Wi-Fi.
if does it happen to you sometimes?
Yeah, on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yeah. Also, why this slow is I want to talk about the last podcast because you and your flip phone. It was so bad.
Yeah, I don't have it out here with me.
Thankfully, it was so like I was just editing it and you would just clack every fucking like a minute. You would just go, oh, let me just clack the shit a bit more.
Yeah, well, I feel hip, you know.
Yeah, you always look like when we go out, you just bring your flip phone to sit there, just making you look like.
Well, I get bored, okay?
Yeah, but
sue me. Give me a fidget spinner or something.
Yeah.
Well, it's not my fault.
Yeah, it would look even better if you were just sitting there, just fucking spinning it.
Yeah, I'm actually an alcoholic.
And you're just doing tricks. But yeah, that was really when I was editing that, I was like, what the fuck, man? Even when I was there, I was like pointing at it, like not trying to bring it up.
I
the
didn't
podcast.
say anything, but
yeah,
I knew it was going to get recorded.
But yeah, that was there was numerous times where you would be talking and then you'd interrupt yourself by fucking clapping the phone.
That's why we're here, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. Anyway, I've been watching second season, well, first season as well of BoJack Horseman, and it's a really good show.
I really like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've
I really
watched it all.
I really identify with the main character.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes he does stuff, and I'm just like, how rich is he? I mean, he has like $100 million house.
Does he?
I mean, he has a house that overlooks Hollywood from the hills, and it's huge. That's a fucking expensive house.
Yeah, he's doing well, but he's still dead inside.
Yeah, this is
something I can relate to.
Yeah, and I didn't realize until the second season that Todd was voiced by Aaron Paul.
Really?
I didn't recognize his voice at all.
Does a good job.
Yeah. And then at some point in season 2, I was like, wait, executive producer Aaron Paul? Who's he? And I went on IMDb and went, who's fucking Todd? What? Wouldn't have picked that at all.
It's a great show.
Yeah. And Todd's just a fucking weird character. He's just around. Like, he doesn't... I mean, he does stuff, but it's just like...
Yeah, I like to watch it like because it's the animals, right?
Yeah.
But they're like people.
Yeah.
But like, I like to, it's like the animals are like metaphors for, like they're like metaphors for what like that animal would be if it was a human. You know what I mean? Like
explain.
Like BoJack Horseman's like the workhorse.
Is he?
He's like the workhorse, but he's dead. I don't know.
Then why is the news presenter a whale? Because it's got a big mouth, or maybe maybe because or it just looks funny when he looks straight ahead, and you're like, what the fuck's up with that face?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but and one thing I like is the occasional shot where it's like birds, but they're just like people, but like just like flapping their wings as birds.
They're flapping their arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it has like, oh, he's a famous bird, and he's being followed by the the bird, like
Paparazzi.
Paparazzi, like yeah, it's a weird thing. I really like the like the animals and shit. My favorite character is the penguin. Just the shit that happens in that first season, it's so bad.
Yeah.
He's like, what happened to the book, BoJack? Oh, I haven't seen my family in 2 months.
Yeah, and his office is fucking derelict.
Yeah, and it just keeps getting worse and worse as the season goes on.
And he's just suffering. BoJack Horseman's not doing anything.
Yeah, it's
He's
great.
like, I'll write that book, get under that book.
Yeah, he's like,
Chapter 1.
Yeah.
Chapter 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just feel like every time they cut back, his office looks worse. It's like, oh, he has a worse computer now. It cuts back. Oh, he doesn't have a computer anymore. Like at the end, he's got like a piece of wood and like a notebook, and he's like, "You finished the book?" And his kids come in. He's like, "Yeah,
we did
finally."
it.
But yeah, he's great, and the voice he has is fucking killer. It's that guy, Patton Oswalt, who does it. Yeah,
he's in Happy. Happy's great.
Is he? Who's he? I mean, I haven't
He's
seen
Happy.
it. The guy.
Huh?
Isn't Happy the guy, or is Happy?
Happy's the
animal.
imaginary unicorn.
Right. Okay. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
You should watch it.
You mean to watch it for a while?
I've been watching Titans.
And? Well,
It's interesting.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and at the end of the second one, I was like, no.
It's interesting.
Okay. Well,
Because, I'm a huge fan of Batman.
Yeah, I know,
And in the last episode I watched, we got a slow pan of the Batmobile, and I was just like, oh, that's a fucking good looking Batmobile.
Alright. Like, what do you, like, with Batman in it?
No, it's Robin standing in the Batcave. But
Oh.
it's had 2 Robins in it.
Yeah, it's just Jason.
And they're like totally setting up Jason Todd to die. Because he dies.
Yeah, but he
He
dies.
has to die. And you know how we were watching it and I was like, doesn't make sense that Dick Grayson is still Robin.
Yeah.
It makes sense now because I'm pretty sure they're setting him up to be Nightwing.
Well, he should already be.
But they're doing it within the show.
Okay.
Because otherwise people won't, I feel like a large portion of the people watching the show will be like, who is Nightwing?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, yeah, but
I'm just excited for the possibilities of Batman.
Is there's no way he's gonna be.
Shut up!
Unless
I want Batman!
unless the show just takes off, insanely.
Isn't it doing well?
I haven't heard much,
No.
and especially since it's on its own streaming service, which doesn't bode well.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
Yeah, it's on their own thing. They're like, no, just come watch it on that. And people are like, no.
I played the 5th on that one.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I wasn't that much of a fan. It was cool at times, but it's like it got real.
You only watched 2 episodes.
Yeah, I know. I was like, some of the action's cool, but when they're like, we're gonna do nothing for half an hour, and we're just gonna talk about our feelings. I'm like, I don't even care for the characters yet.
You can't fuck Starfire, and I'm like, yeah, I knew it was gonna happen.
All right. Yeah, and it was just kind of. It went down a path I couldn't follow.
Yep. Sure.
But maybe you might be like, watch it because the end, it all works out. It's a big payoff. Like, what if at the end it's like, it's Batman, and you're like.
Yeah, well, I don't know. So far, it's been a good payoff for me anyway because, Robin isn't Batman, but I'm still having a really good time.
Okay.
Not they're talking about Batman.
Yeah, and they have this little like when he pulls out his phone, it's like, oh, he could have caught Bruce Wayne.
He's like, does Batman know you're here? And he says yes, and I'm just like, he probably doesn't know he's here.
I mean, he probably does. He's Batman. He knows everything.
Yeah, turns out they do. He's got a tracker in his arm. It was good because it was like Dick Grayson said to Jason Todd, "How did you find me?" And Jason Todd said, "The tracker in your arm," and he's like, "There's a tracker in my arm."
So
it's
it's
like,
like,
yeah,
so,
I got mine too. So it's like Batman put a tracker in the first Robin's arm, didn't tell him, told the second Robin that he was doing it,
Yeah.
so that he didn't get in trouble for like, I've got a tracker in my old partner. And then Dick cuts it out of his arm.
Oh.
It's like a really like long like
Oh,
digging
right.
around in his arm while he's on the phone.
Nice.
And I'm just like,
So how's Jason Todd?
He looks like a bit of a fuckwit, but I want to see him get beaten to death with a crowbar.
Well, that's what I was about to say, because the Joker kills him, right?
Yeah. So it's good casting because I want to see him get beaten to death, and then recast as Red Hood.
Recast.
I reckon if they could recast as because he's young, he's like 19.
Right.
They could recast like an older actor to play Red Hood at some point.
As like Red Hood is not Jason Todd.
No, as Jason.
So they're just gonna skip a bunch of time and just be like, he's old now.
Well, he doesn't. It's not like he dies and comes straight back as Red Hood, is he?
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying
It's like he dies and then like 10 years later he's like, I'm Red Hood.
I feel
Who's
like-
Red Hood? It's Jason Todd. Oh shit.
I feel like they could definitely.
We should watch Under the Red Hood.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, does that?
I mean, Jensen Ackles does a very good job of voicing Jason Todd.
All right. The guy from Supernatural. That's Dean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's actually done a surprising amount of like voice acting where I go, oh, it's Dean.
Yeah.
And then the other guy I go, oh yeah, you're in that.
Supernatural anime.
No, I meant the other guy who's in Supernatural. He was in the Friday the 13th movie.
I mean, you mean Jared Padalecki?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen
That was
that
trash.
movie, but
It's trash. And also poor casting because Jared Padalecki, how you pronounce his last name, is really tall. And so when you're like, oh, but Jason's tall, he doesn't look that big anymore.
yeah, but it's awesome because it's in Supernatural. You're like, they call Sam Goliath because he's really tall. But Jensen Ackles really tall. He's a fucking huge dude as well.
Yeah,
but then you're like, oh, but then his brother's like way bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, like Sam Supernatural went through like a weird arc where in the first season he was like, I'm just in college, I don't want to do this, and then like the next two seasons he's like, yeah, I got tall and hot, and I'm just like,
yeah,
jacked.
And I don't have a soul.
Yeah, it's fucking it was a weird show, especially like
Is a weird show.
yeah,
That's
going.
still running.
It's still going. I can't believe, like, there's literally, like, the producers or whatever said, we're going to end it in season 5. It's clearly set up to end,
Yeah.
but it's still making money.
Yeah.
And they basically just said, when it stops making money, we'll end it. It's still going.
It's never gonna. It's never gonna stop.
Like, I wonder what kind of, like imagine when they go into, like, contract, like renegotiation for the main car. They just say, 100 million, and they go, oh, yes, okay.
There is no way, though.
Like, how much are they getting for that show? Because
I don't know, but
like the only
let's say
returning
they are
cast.
very well off.
oh yeah, absolutely. Like
even
15 seasons.
even if they're not getting paid like huge wages, they've had steady work for like the last 12 years,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
I wouldn't be
especially
surprised.
for an actor. Like surely,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they just be like, oh, we're just grateful to have a job.
Yeah, but they must be at a point where it's no longer a job now because they're getting so much money. Maybe they really like it, or maybe maybe they just
it's
don't
a
care.
job, but at the same time, it's like affected their life for sure, right?
Yeah. But I wonder if that's like the easiest job. They just show up and do the exact same shit they've always done. It's like, oh, they look at the line and say, I'm Sam, and this isn't good.
And the acting is like not that great.
And yeah, and then they're like cut, and he just like smokes a cigarette and heads home.
It's just like, just puts on a brooding face.
Yeah.
It's just like pouting and just like, you're not even acting. Say something.
Yeah, fucking yeah. It's a terrible show. Like every now and then,
It's not terrible.
it's pretty bad.
It's just I don't know. I mean, I'm glad it kept going because my favorite ep is like
What's your
from
favorite?
like I don't know if it's like second last season.
What's your favorite?
It's like an episode filmed from the
Oh,
perspective of the car.
From the car's perspective.
It's
I should
really good.
should really watch
It's really
that.
good.
I still have to watch the Scooby-Doo episode.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's not the car episode, so I don't care.
I mean, yeah. Is it? I mean, it's all.
The car's my favorite character.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
No, it's between the car and Rufus.
Who's? Oh. Yeah.
Bobby and Rufus are like they should make I want a spin-off show. Bobby and Rufus.
Okay. I mean, I'm surprised that like Bobby is still in the show.
But yeah,
They like killed him off like 7 seasons
He's
ago.
not really. He's not really anymore.
Yeah, but he still comes back.
No, not like maybe an episode a season, maybe.
Yeah, but like, unless like the actor's like, you're gonna give me how much? All right.
That's not about money.
Could be. But yeah. Oh well. We also watched the new Mission Impossible movie, which we didn't talk about,
Yeah, I suppose.
and it was alright. I mean, Henry Cavill was cool.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was like, oh, it wasn't that good. It was a little weak at times.
A very forgettable movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the only parts I can remember are the parts with Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, because he's like
Man, I can't.
Like him next to Tom Cruise, and you
something
just
about his wife again.
Yeah.
Something about that dude.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. But it's like you have Tom Cruise and you put him next to Henry Cavill. You're gonna go, just fuck Tom Cruise. What's Henry Cavill
yeah, I
doing?
don't care about Tom Cruise anymore.
Yeah, it's like
His best movie of recent times was Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow was fucking good.
Because it's a really good movie,
Because you see Tom
and
Cruise
you get to
die.
see Tom Cruise die over and over again.
And
It's like if I didn't like Bill Murray, I'd
Oh.
like Groundhog Day because you just get to
Absolutely.
see him die a lot.
Yeah.
You're like, that's
Yeah.
gold.
And he gets the end in the edge of the building, you're like, come on, jump! Oh yeah, you fucking jump.
But Edge of Tomorrow is
Edge of Tomorrow is great, and
Sci-fi.
and some of the some of the deaths are pretty fucking like bad.
Yeah.
Like at some point he gets like his face like blown off, and you're like, oh okay.
My favorite is when he like breaks his back while he's training.
Oh,
and the chick
yeah.
just shoots him.
Yeah, that was good. Where he's just like oh no, my spine.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he's fucked.
Bang.
Yeah, but yeah, it was Edge of Tomorrow. I'm just waiting for that sequel. It's apparently happening. Except it isn't called Edge of Tomorrow anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's called Live Die Repeat because when it came out in theaters it did shit, and then when it came out on like Blu-ray they made it more called Live Die Repeat, and it fucking made shitloads of money. So like, oh, we'll just change it to that.
It's a great movie.
It's a great, and it was one of those movies that I feel like I was the only one excited when it came out because I kept seeing that trailer and I was like, oh, that trailer's so fucking good.
I don't know if I was excited when it was coming out, but when I watched it, I was like, this is really good. This is the best thing Tom Cruise has done.
It's like I would go to the theater and I'm like, oh, he's Edge of Tomorrow trailer, and it was basically the opening, like just like landing sequence, and I'm like, oh, so fucking cool. Where they're all landing, explosions, the mimics are coming, they're firing, they're all wearing fucking like exosuits. I'm like, this is so fucking
And
cool.
then we
Why
all
no one else
play
excited
play.
for this? And then I apparently I should read the manga that it's based on. I can't remember what it's called.
Is there an anime?
No, it's just a manga. It's called like All You Need Is Kill. Except the roles are reversed, whereas as like Tom Cruise character is like the veteran and she's like the newcomer.
Right.
And they're just
They couldn't do that in the movie because Tom Cruise wants to be the main character.
yeah. And also they probably would have got some shit if they killed a woman over and over and over and over again.
I'd like to think they wouldn't, but I know what you mean.
I feel like that could definitely happen.
I know what
It's
you
like
mean.
they finally gave the woman a lead role, and they killed her 150 times.
Yeah, but it's part of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but
women deserve equal rights and left. You can't like, oh, you know, we finally got this thing that men have, but we don't want that.
yeah. And isn't the next movie going to be? Well, I feel like it has to be her dying because it's a prequel, right? With her in Verdun, which is where she was before, when she got the power to reset time. So she's
maybe
she's
the main
gonna die a
character now.
lot. And then Tom Cruise is gonna be. What do you mean you continuing the series with that? No, he's apparently in it. So I guess unless he's just gonna be a general in this one because that's what he was before.
No, he wasn't.
Well, he was a general, but he was a general, but he wasn't like a commander. He was a propaganda guy to get people to sign up.
Right.
So I mean, he's apparently in it. So unless they're gonna do a sequel and the prequel rumors are wrong,
I have no idea.
yeah. But yeah, we've also we've been playing XCOM, right? And we had it's just like a weird like 2 day. But basically, I was like, I was finishing playing Red Dead. I was like, I feel like playing some XCOM. Then you were like, oh yeah.
XCOM's really good. I should play XCOM.
Yeah, and then you were just like, oh, you seen this DLC? I'm like, oh, well, this sounds really good. And then you just like come into my room later and be like, I just bought the DLC. I'm like, oh, what? You're like, yeah, for free. And then fucking Xbox Live Rewards, it's just handing away cash apparently.
Yeah, I didn't have any money.
Yeah.
And it was on special, and I wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
And Xbox Live Rewards saved me.
That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I had like $50 worth of points stand up.
And you also bought Injustice 2. Have you played that yet, or did you play XCOM?
I did the tutorial.
Yeah, I mean, I did some of it too, because you were like, yeah, you do it. And I'm like,
I was busy.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying how dare you, because you were doing something you couldn't do. You handed it to me, and I did it instantly, and you were like, oh. It was like the counter grab or something, and you just couldn't.
Yeah, and then I gave it to you, and I was like, oh, I'm pressing it too early.
Yeah, so you just hit it to someone who doesn't play fighting games. So I was like, oh, now? Oh, what was that about that?
Oh well.
Yeah, I'll start playing that at some point. Because the first one was kind of fun. I just kind of was like, after a while. When they were bringing characters, I'm like, I don't even know who this is.
I know who they all are.
Yeah, the coolest character in the first one for me was Ares, because he looks cool. He looks really cool. And then in when we watched Wonder Woman, I'm like, he doesn't look nearly as cool. He's just the guy from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Or the boy in striped pajamas if you're, I don't know, special. The boy in striped pajamas is a terrible film. Terrible film.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they smell even worse when they burn. Am I right? They made us watch that in school, and we were not the right kids to put it on. We can't take anything seriously.
I mean,
even genocide, we can't take it seriously.
When he got to the point where he goes into the gas chamber, I went, oh, this is the best part. Because something's happened.
Let's just wait for that kid to die. I was like, yeah, good riddance. Serves you right.
Yeah. I watched that movie like way before we had to watch it in school. I'm like, oh, I've seen this before. And I'm just like, the whole time, I'm like, he's dead. He's going to die, and I can't wait. That fucking kid. He basically killed himself.
Yep.
Like, and also, how fucking idiotic do you have to be as a kid and seeing a prison and going, oh, that looks great. Like, he's at an age where he can think for him.
Yeah, I think you're missing the point there. But my point is, you take the piss out of everything.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, because it's a terrible film. It was like someone tried to make a really serious film, and then just went, hey, but I don't know.
No, we just hated it because
it's
we get to like the end of the semester, or the end of the term, we'd have like nothing to do in English, and the teacher would just put it on.
Yeah.
And two like term, it's like halfway through the year, we were having our last English class, and the teacher put it on, and I was like, oh, that's right, I haven't seen this. And then next end of the next semester, Next, yeah, we have a new English teacher. He puts it on. He's just like, kill me! Fuck you!
It's such a trash film.
We were just like, we've already seen this. We've already seen this. We've already seen this.
Yeah, it's that was terrible. But yeah, XCOM 2 has been really good. I haven't played it that much today because I got to a point where I'm like, fuck this fucking game. So
I'm not there yet. I'm killing it. Perfect ambush.
Oh.
I love it because you have a perfect ambush because you get the achievement for killing it before it's dead, and you're like, oh, I nailed it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've done that before, where you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna set up, and it's just like, alright, this works. Oh, it worked. Let me just sit back and just watch this play out. So it's no like, oh man, I hope the things work. It's dead.
Yeah. My reactions start, and then the achievement, like, it hasn't done it, like, I get one successful shot off, and then the achievement pops up for killing a alpha in the first time you fight it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't even dead yet. I got the achievement.
Yeah.
I could have reloaded the save right then, kept the achievement.
It's true. You definitely could have.
I fucking murdered that fucking snake.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the brute to show up again, because the next time he does, he's dead.
The berserker.
Yeah. Because that armor is apparently really good.
Looks cool.
Yeah, well, I assume it just looks like he's just huge, jacked.
Yep.
Yeah. Because it's just a muscle suit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it actually loaded. The USB was invented. It was like a co-invention between Intel, Microsoft, Apple, and some other people.
So everyone made it.
Yeah, it was just like a.
So when I was about I was probably like 8 years old, and someone lied to me and they said Apple made it.
Yeah, it's just like a. Yeah, it was invented by the USB company, and that company was like ran by everyone at Intel, Microsoft, Apple, because they were like, this thing needs to happen. Like, we need a nice universal.
And it's been working a wonder.
Yeah, well, I mean, they upgraded it, but yeah. And now we're at USB. Like, I don't know. Like, USB-C is better, but it's a different plug now.
Yeah.
It's like they had the same plug, and it's always been like backwards compatible, and they just went, nope. That's probably Apple being like, no, you got to change the plug.
It's Google.
Oh yeah.
It's my USB Type-C is my charging cable.
Yeah, I mean that's fine because USB Type-C is like this laptop is USB Type-C charging.
But just normal USB is so good.
It is. It's a nice, perfect system, and I can't wait until I look back at some point and go, USB sucks.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
Hopefully. It'll be like something.
I can't wait for the future of technology.
If something comes along where it's like, oh, you just have to plug shit in, what?
Something that comes along, like you just have to implant that mesh into my mind, and then I can just transfer the information directly between my brain and the computer.
I feel like the next big invention to come is like you don't have to charge anymore. Like it'll be. I don't really know yet.
It's impossible. That's not.
I mean, that's not impossible.
But like, I think we're a ways off. Yeah, you know.
I don't know. I mean, car batteries charge themselves.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you're not carrying it around in your pocket.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I feel like that's next to come. Like, oh, you.
Not if I get there first.
And if you look back and you go, oh, you remember when you had to charge shit? Fuck was that? It was that just you sitting at home like I don't have to charge anything. I'm just gonna jack off all day. you just beating your meat.
You said next to come. No, not if I get there first.
Yeah. Okay. What?
What? You want to stand now?
Yeah, but that was just okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna at the end of this, I'm gonna take that audio clip and just be like, play it back for you. Go, the fuck was that, man?
What? It was all good. No harm done, Pat.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so we watched the Big Lebowski, and it was fucking great.
For like the 30th time.
I mean, the 30th time for you, it was the real second time for me, because I watched it once and went, okay, that was a film. And then I watched it a second time, and then I fell asleep halfway through. And then this time I was like, oh, that was a fucking fantastic movie.
Man, it is a great movie.
Yeah, it's like, you have to
It's just
realize,
perfectly scripted. It's great.
because the first time I watched it, I was like, wait, what? And it's like dance sequence, and she's like dressed as a Viking, and he's like going through their legs. I'm like, what is this movie? And then now I'm like, it's great. It's a fantastic movie. It's a fantastic film.
It's a great movie.
It is. It was like, yeah, great. What are we at with the timer? Oh yeah.
Just wait. I just want to get back to XCOM.
You just.
Just gotta set up those ambushes. It just gives me that same feeling Barack Obama got when he had Bin Laden killed.
Let me tell you, you just fly in, you go to some house, and you kill everyone there, and then you leave.
And everyone's fine except for the person that you went to kill.
Yeah, I'm really glad that in XCOM 2 they got rid of the UFO system. Did you ever play the first one?
What's the UFO system?
There was because in the first one you're being invaded, and it's like you have to fight them off. Stupid plot, because it's like we have to save the Earth. Let's send 6 guys. It's like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, I have 20 operatives. Why don't we just send all of them? On the final mission, why don't you just send them all? But anyway, it was pretty dumb. But the UFO system is basically there will be UFOs invading, and they would just show up on your radar, and you would send jets, or when you upgrade it, your own UFO to take them down. But the thing is, every time you take them down, you then have to attack the crash site. And you'd be doing a mission every 2 days. But it's like another UFO, you shoot it down, you go to the crash site. I'm like, oh my god.
That sounds really annoying.
It's so annoying. And then to get to the point where it's like, oh, now they've got bigger ships that you take down. You take them down. Now the mission's even longer because it's a huge ship. It's so fucking bad. It was probably the worst part of the first game. Well, aside from the fact that I could finish it, which was annoying. So you get to the last mission, and it's a grueling fight. It's a long, because basically each mission is a room of a certain type of enemy, and so then you go through the sectoids and there's no thin men in this game, but there are thin men, and they're basically just human. They in this at 2 there's the speaker who's always shows up. Yeah, they look like that, and they have 3 health, and then they also can poison. Anyway, they were in the first game, and then they have a room of those, and a room of the flying guys, which aren't in this one either.
Or flying guys.
They would just be aliens with the jetpacks, and they just fly around all the time and just shoot you. And then you get to the brutes and things like that, and then you have to fight 2 mechs at the same time. And that
heavy mechs?
No, I mean the
big tall robots.
The sectopods, except they're not really tall in this. They're just basically they're more powerful because they're cannon will one shot you.
I love it when they try to use their big cannon thing because you just move.
Yeah, except in this one you couldn't move because they wouldn't have a setup. You would just fire, and so it's dead. And then you have to fight 2 of those at once, and I basically got through that and went to the last room, and I had 2 guys with 2 health left, and then they just went dead, and I was like, what the fuck? And I'm been back since. I was like, that was so bullshit.
I reckon you could do it again.
Probably we're now all that I know, especially when I got to the end of XCOM 2.
Man.
I got to the end of XCOM 2 and went, that's it. I was like, that was so fucking easy.
mean, yeah, I like XCOM too because it just I build up my team and everyone's awesome and then we go and we kill aliens.
The best thing about XCOM 2 is that you can like really customize your guys. So you're like, that's him, and I can tell it's him because he looks cool.
Looks fucking dope.
Yeah. And I still can't help myself but make a big boss. Like they literally give you all the stuff to make him. I can't not.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I made Whisper and then she got captured straight away.
You made what?
Whisper.
Who? Who's that?
Just a person.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay. Well, you just have to get him back.
Okay.
I also made Ghost from Modern Warfare 2, just because you could. Modern Warfare 2 had a fantastic campaign. Underrated, dare I say. Everyone hear about the multiplayer?
Overrated.
No. The campaign is really good for that game. Like, the first 3 Modern Warfares, I don't know if they made a 4th one, so... The 3 Modern Warfare, their campaigns are really good.
Yeah, pulling that knife out to throw it at the end.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Dumb.
It was fucking cool as shit.
It's super dumb.
Especially when you play like...
You're just like pulling a knife out, like bleeding to death.
Yeah, and then you fucking kill him.
And then you die, right? Because...
No.
Well, you should.
Yeah, you totally should. But basically, like a month after he pulls that knife out, he's back in a fighting shape.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Except you don't get to play as him again, though. Because you play as another guy because he dies in the 3rd game. You get blown up. And it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I care very little about Call of Duty.
Oh, well, the campaigns used to be what I played them for. I bought them and played the campaign, and I was like, yeah, I'll just play the multiplayer too. I was like, especially when Modern Warfare 3 came out, I'm like, how's it gonna end? It was so exciting.
Yeah, but then the multiplayer became really popular, and that's why people buy them.
Yeah, and now it's not.
And then for some reason, everyone was like, single player games are dead, and then we play Red Dead 2 single player for 400 hours.
Yeah.
And we're like, is it what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, dead. Everyone's playing this game.
Yep.
It's like we get to the point where we go to fucking trivia and you guys are like, oh, you guys play Red Dead. It's like everyone's playing Red Dead.
Everybody's playing Red Dead.
Like I even got a message from my dad. It's like, have you heard of this Red Dead game? Because a guy at work talking about. I'm like, everyone's playing this fucking game.
It's a great game. I mean, it's a great game when your fucking 60-year-old father's like, I've heard about this game.
Yeah. He's heard about like 6 games in his life, and like 3 of them is because he played them. 3
of them are Pac-Man.
No. He knows Leisure Suit Larry because he played it.
Yeah.
He knows Myst because he played it, and he knows the original Civ because he played it, and then he knows COD. He knows Fortnite, but he doesn't know it by name because he mentioned it, and I was like, you mean he mentioned it completely wrong? He was like, yeah, what's this? He was like, described it as something completely different. He's like, but it's really popular. And I go, you mean Fortnite? He goes, yeah, I think so. They were talking about it on the radio. I'm like, what? He's
poisoning our children. Of course he's onto it. He's worried about his son.
and he's like, you playing that? I'm like, nah, I don't play that. He goes, oh, okay. But then I talked to my sister who's a teacher, and she goes, have you heard this Fortnite game? All my kids are playing it. And I'm like, oh man.
It's terrible.
And then she's like, I don't know why they're playing it. And I go, because it's free. And then she goes, ah.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the news bag on and just like it's free to play. Like you can't stop.
I really like how you can you can see how it's changing the children when it's like oh look, here's the kids at their prom or whatever doing dance, and it's the Fortnite dances. You're like, oh man.
Yeah, they're all dressed up as Fortnite.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the future we have to contend with.
Yeah. What a time to be alive when you're playing games and then you're like, what are these kids doing? They're playing the wrong games.
They're playing the wrong games. They're playing entirely the wrong games.
It's like, And it's like they probably when they're 8-year-olds probably shouldn't be playing Red Dead. It's a pretty violent game.
But they should be playing Red Dead because it's really good.
Maybe not. Maybe start them off with a Grand Theft Auto from 2006 when it did matter.
Yeah, because the graphics are so bad, the violence is irrelevant.
Yeah, it's like when I played San Andreas, it was like, fuck it, it doesn't matter. It's like I can barely even see his face.
Yeah, I shoot that guy and he falls over.
Yeah, and
but you play Red Dead and I blow his head off.
Yeah.
And meaty chunks fly everywhere.
Yeah.
And my clothes are covered in blood.
Yeah.
And I slump his body over my horse. And then my horse is covered in blood.
And then I have to clean off the horse because it's just so much blood.
Yeah. Alright. Some bounty hunter's riding at me and I shoot him with a fire shotgun shell. And his horse is on fire.
Yeah.
His horse is burning to death.
And then you just hear him screaming because he's on fire and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. I don't even give him a mercy killing.
Yeah.
That's what he gets for coming after me. He's
Also,
a bad man.
I really like that. It's like something that I discovered in my second playthrough is that basically I killed a guy and he started bleeding out. And I could hear him bleeding out, and all I did was track the blood trail to find him, and I was like, blood, and he's just trying to crawl away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is an amazing game that I just followed the blood trail to try and find him, just trying to crawl away.
Yeah, I was massacring in Strawberry.
Oh, of course.
And there was this guy just bleeding out on a bridge, and I was just like, it's just neck's just bleeding out. He's just like, and it's like, oh my god. Oh my god, I'll help you, sir!
I like when they have the animation when they get shot in the neck and their arm goes oh, and you're like, oh fuck, he's totally dead. It's great. Fantastic game. And on that note, shall we end the podcast?
Yeah,
go back to playing some XCOM. Nice 40-minute podcast.
Yeah, fuck it.
Probably just cut it down to about 5 minutes. Just to get rid of all the bullshit.
Fuck it.
Anyway, join us next time for episode 11 when we're, I don't know, probably talking about, hopefully talking about the online for Red Dead.
Yeah.
Because isn't that supposed to be
this week?
This coming week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, join us next time, and thanks for listening.